Hello, my friends. Hello, welcome to Positive Affirmations Tuesdays. And it wouldn't be complete without a visit from our little earth friends. Yes, Coco. Yes, Coco. Yes, Coco. Coco, do you want to make a joy jar? Do you want to make a joy jar? Okay, go make a joy jar with your sister. So, who is ready with me to make a joy jar today? A joy jar really is a simple jar, like I've talked to you about before. This is my little jar. Hello, Sharon. Hello, welcome. That reminds me, for anybody watching this afterwards as a video replay, it originally aired as a live stream with live interactive chat. So you will hear me interacting with people as they post things in chat that you may not see, but that doesn't mean that they aren't here. Hello, Sarah Painter. How are you? Are you guys ready to make a joy jar today? This little jar of messages is going to make, hello, Trisha. Hello, welcome. Is going to make such a difference in your day-to-day or on the days when you use it. I promise you. Okay? Again, this is my little joy jar. It's just a little Dollar Tree jar. That's all it is. And it's going to be full of so much joy by the time we're done with it. Okay? I like to, well, hello, Ronnie Lynn. I like to make my joy jars a combination of affirmations, kind words from other people, and reaffirmations. Okay, I consider reaffirmations just to be a different way of stating that. So for me, I consider a positive affirmation using an I statement, right? Hello, Natalie. Welcome, Nat. I consider a reaffirmation using a you statement. So where I might have a positive affirmation that says, I'm a good person, I might have a positive reaffirmation in my jar that says, you are a kind person. You are a good friend, right? Because your brain hears messages differently. Your brain hears messages differently. And sometimes when we're just learning how to trust ourselves and how to use affirmations, we don't always trust ourselves. Sometimes we listen to other people's critique more than we listen to our own empowerment, right? We'll take the critical stuff a lot harder and a lot more serious, and we'll dwell on it more than we'll take the compliment. So sometimes I find that if I use a little trick of replacing the I in this statement with a you, my brain receives it in a different way, right? Does that make sense? Because we receive messages in very different ways. And before we get started, I'm going to read something about messages, the messages that are all around us, and then we're going to get started on creating our joy jars, all right? And this passage is called Messages Are All Around Us. Messages from the universe come through in extraordinary ways. Very literal and very specific things can happen to show you what your own soul is trying to communicate to you. You may have to let go of some rational conditioning, even to entertain the idea that there could be a higher force that knows what it's doing and is trying to communicate with you. But if you do open up to the idea that a higher power is trying to guide you, you will start to get messages from your intuition, from your dreams, from simply watching the events in your life. And the affirmation says, I am becoming aware of all the messages from the universe. Okay? So sometimes we have to hear things different ways for them to stick. All right? We know that. We know that because we're becoming so enlightened. So, as promised, and as we discussed, and as we agreed, our Positive Affirmation Tuesday for the 30th of July. Can you believe it already? We're creating a joy jar. I thought this was really great. This was my little calendar page for the day. And it says, great things are done by a series of small things, right? And I think it says brought together because, my eyes are not that great. But listen, that's what positive affirmations are. Positive affirmations are a series of small things that we're doing, a series of small messages that we're sending ourselves to culminate in a great thing called self-love and self-worth and self-acceptance and self-understanding, self-awareness. Because when you have self-awareness and self-acceptance and self-love, you have a greater shot at outer awareness and outer acceptance and outer love. And that's what everybody wants and everybody strives for. Right? So the positive affirmations might seem like a very small thing, maybe one sentence, two sentences, looking at a card once a day or every other day. You're stacking it up. You're creating the most beautiful mural of your life. And it's all about you. And once that cup runneth over, it will be all about love and acceptance and understanding and empowering other people. And there isn't a greater gift. There is not a greater gift. I don't think. Okay? So listen, we're going to, in our wonderful little group here today, I'm going to show you, I'm going to move some stuff around. Okay? I'm going to try this new thing. I'll move some stuff. There you go. There we got it. See my Georgia. See my laptop too. See my joy jar. I've got my jar. Got my paper. As promised, this is always easy. Okay? And it doesn't have to be a jar if you don't have a jar. Remember, I showed you a little vase you can use. You can use a bowl. You can use a little old gift bag if you want. Why not? And I've got some scraps of paper. Okay. And what I'm going to ask is that everybody will kind of take turns, that everybody say something really, really nice to somebody else that you would like them to write and put in their joy jar. So I did a couple reaffirmations this morning. I'll show you how it works. So when you need something out of your jar, you're simply going to shake it up, pull out a piece of paper, and this one says, you matter to others. Sometimes it's easy in our little worlds to think we don't matter and that we don't make a difference. And the truth is, we all do. But sometimes we need to hear that, see it, read it, to remember it, so that we know it. We got to build that muscle memory up, right? So that's what that one says. You matter. This other one says, let's open it up. You are a kind person. You're a kind person. Maybe some days I don't feel kind, but we can all have a bad day. We can all have an off moment. We can all accept that, forgive ourselves, appreciate the humanness in making mistakes and having a bad day and being a grouch and snapping at people that we love. We can accept that that's our humanness. And remember, it's all right. You got this. You are a good person. So the joy jar is joy because it brings relief and it brings acceptance and it brings encouragement and it brings love. Okay? So everybody will say something nice. And listen, I've got some, sorry, my hands are going to kind of get in the way here a little bit. I've got some of our affirmations, our older affirmations. I have some new ones you can write down. I have made my strips of paper. You make yours any way that you want. Mine are, they're not long, but they're kind of chunky, so that depending on what I write, I could use an art marker if I wanted to, if it was something short like what I showed you, or I could use one of my pens and write something a little bit longer. These are some of the affirmations I may or may not have shown before. Write them how you want to write them. If you want to use the I statement for a positive affirmations, use that. If you want to use it as a reaffirmation, reword it and use it with the you statement, as if the universe or somebody is saying it to you. Okay? And I'm going to kind of cruise through these, and I'll come back to them. Some of them are longer. Can you guys see them okay? Because I am blind as a bat, and I am struggling. I had to get my phone over here on the side so I could look at the screenshot, because I can't even tell. I think this one says, I am a magnet for opportunities that align with my goals. And the next one is, I greet each day with enthusiasm and optimism. So these are some of the new ones. I know, Ronnie, I'm having a hard time myself. Here's another one. Today I'm filled with confidence, love, and gratitude. I am excited about the endless possibilities of this day. You don't yet, I'm telling you, it's hard for me too. So I'm going to read them, but you don't have to write them word for word. Okay? Reimagine them, make them in a way that works for you. So if you can see them, fine, look at them. If not, listen to me and create what you need out of them. Okay? I use each day to grow and become a better version of myself. I am blessed with the gift of a new day to create magic. I am the captain of my ship, steering it towards happiness. Oh boy. Today is a gift, and I make the most of it. I am open to receiving all the good that the day brings. You know, sometimes during our day, it's so easy to focus on the obstacles and the chores left undone and the things left unsaid instead of looking at the day as full of possibilities to complete those chores or get distracted by some magical distraction that's going to take us someplace that we didn't expect, or looking at it as full of possibilities and opportunities to go back and say the things that we don't want to be left unsaid, to send that text that says, I love you, to send that text that says, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I hope we can move past it because I love having you in my life and that's all I want. Please forgive me for my humanness. You know, we tend to look at the day as just being full of obstacles and things that we kind of dread instead of looking at the opportunities in between those things to create moments that really matter, that matter with our connection to other people and that matter with our connection to ourselves. Because if we're not connected to ourselves, we'll never be truly connected to anybody else, right? Because we're just a facade. I'm grateful for the abundance that surrounds me. I find joy in the small moments of each day. I attract positive people and opportunities into my life. I am in control of my thoughts and I choose positivity. See, that's enough for me right there. Choose positivity. All right, calm down. No, ma'am. That's a good enough one for me right there. That's a good enough for my choose positivity. So you don't have to write it down word for word if you don't want. You can take what you need out of it. I approach each day with a sense of purpose and intention. If your intention is simply to walk through the day without wounding another thing or another soul, without taking anybody emotionally hostage, just to walk through your day with grace and humor and appreciation, that's a glorious intention. That's all the intention that you need. Oh my heavens to Betsy, I don't know what your intention is, but if it's to make racket success, gold medal for the U.S. parking team. Yes, you won the gold medal. You brought home the gold. Was that your intention? Was that your intention? Well, you did it. Score. Tens all around from the judges. Now get up there, ma'am. Coco? No, ma'am. Good heavens to Betsy. Ross and everybody that helped her with the flag. I trust everything is unfolding for my highest good. I'm deserving of love, happiness, and success. And peace and quiet. Hello? Hello? I'm deserving of peace and quiet every day. Holy Mother of sweet baby Jewish Jesus, what's happening? Today, that's how I feel. Today I embrace my inner power and shine my light. All right, I think I skipped ahead one. Did I skip ahead one? I am a survivor. Oh, I don't know what you knuckleheads are laughing at. It's chaos here. I am a survivor and I thrive in the face of adversity. I am capable of achieving greatness because I'm strong. I'm a role model, but I'm your mother. Be quiet. Eat a biscuit or something. Holy cow. I'm a role model. Oh! It's like you plan, it's like you practice. It's like you practice. It's like you're just waiting for me to say something important. Are you kidding me? Is this my life? I'm trying to find a moment of joy, but I'm having a hard time. All I see is adversity. Are you kidding me? Is this really my life? I'm a role model for strength and resilience. I believe in myself and my ability to overcome any obstacle. Oh, this is what these two knuckleheads need to hear loud and clear. I'm a force to be reckoned with, and I stand tall. Yeah, know that. I told them. I embrace the power that comes from being authentically me. I radiate strength, courage, and confidence. Now, see, that's enough for me to remind myself, radiate strength, courage, confidence, and kindness. That's enough for me. I'm a strong woman and I'm proud of my journey. You know, it's important to be proud of our journey. Our journey made us who we are. Oh, I love this one. I am a warrior and I conquer life's battles. My strength is a source of inspiration for others. Challenges make me stronger and wiser. You know, another one. You know, change is a challenge for me. So I definitely need a reminder, a kind reminder in my joy jar that change is good. Change is good. And I like that one. I'm a warrior. But I'm going to make that a reaffirmation and say you are a warrior. Oh, really, Coco? Okay, now we're going to get into the toy bin and we're going to look for something loud there. Okay. All right, Coco, live your best life. Have fun with that. Squeak, find something good and squeaking. Just squeak your way through my whole live stream. How about that? Not just part of it. I mean, the whole darn thing. How about that, Coco? Huh? Live your best squeaky life. Huh? Crazy dogs. I'm a resilient and unbreakable force of nature. Coco, have you and Jemima been reading these affirmations? I think quite possibly you have been, because it really sounds like. Have you been in my joy jar? Have you, girls? Do you need something written down in there? Huh? Do you need one? Huh? You don't want to say that. Hmm? Yeah. So good? Are you satisfied? Nothing to see here, ma'am. Nothing to see here, ma'am. Say hi to everybody. So you're all good people. Yeah. There you go. Goodness gracious. All right. Let's see. Now, I think, okay, now these are some of our old standbys, right? And these are a lot shorter. Can you guys see these ones okay? Let's see. Can you see these ones better? I like the one that says, I deserve positivity, but I'm going to make that a reaffirmation. It says, you deserve positivity. Everybody see these better? I have some other ones that I'm going to write down. And I know some of you are taking screenshots, and that's great. And I'm going to still move these along, okay? Yeah, that's a good one, right, Sarah? Oh, good, Ronnie. Ronnie says she can see them better. And I'm going to keep on kind of scrolling them along, all right? And I'm going to start to write down some different kind words that I want for each of you guys. Okay, and I'm going to kind of move on. Don't worry, I can go back if you need me to. Okay, let me move this. Oh, so these are some of our old favorites, right? And these are great little like one-liners that you can put in your jar. I love that one that just says smile, right? Love that. I already have quite a few in my jar. We'll start. I'm going to save some. And some of these, since they're some of our older ones that we've used before, you might already have some screenshots of them. Oh, good, Nat. You've got quite a few in your jar, too. You're going to love your jars. I promise you. They're going to bring you such a little pat on the back and a smile and a warm feeling when you use them. You don't have to use them every day. I'm going to put mine on top of my refrigerator and just, I'm going to put it up, kind of like where I put my Aleve or my heartburn medicine or whatever. And I'm going to go to it when I need it, right? And I promise you they're going to make you feel better. Now, pretty soon we're going to have to get started because we're already a half hour in on saying nice and kind things to each other that we can put in the jar. Okay, a little hug from each other that we can put in that jar. So I'm going to show one more positive affirmations, and then we'll get started. And I'm sure you remember some of these because we've used them before. Okay, now I'm going to just go in alphabetical order because that's the easiest way to do it. And we're going to say something nice and kind about one another that we can put in the joy jar. I'm going to start alphabetically, but I'm not going to go first. So we're going to start with Natalie. And Nat, tell me when you're ready. I hope you have 5 slips of paper because you're going to have five wonderful things coming your way. And I'm going to start. Nat, you are a force to be reckoned with. Okay, that's for Nat. Now somebody else go and give Nat. Everybody give Natalie a phrase that she can put in her joy jar so that when she needs it, she might pull, you never know, she might pull it out. You might be the thing that turns her day around. So I put mine out there. Now, somebody go next. Thank you, Ronnie. Ronnie then says, Nat, you are compassionate. She is. That is true. Sharon says, Natalie, you are worthy of love and respect. And Sarah says, Nat, you are worthy of love. Very nice. And we'll just wait for Trisha if she's still here. And then we'll move on from Nat to Ronnie. And I'll put mine up. Ronnie, you are a dearly loved and valued friend. You're welcome, Nat. And Natalie says, Ronnie, you are strong. Yep, she is. Natalie, aren't those nice? Doesn't it feel good to hear them and write them down and put them in your jar? And Sharon says, Ronnie, you are supportive and compassionate. And then we'll just wait for Sarah, and then we'll move on to Sarah. Sarah says, Ronnie, you are strong and confident. Yes, she is. Well, Natalie says I would definitely do putting them in her joy jar with names if you all don't mind. Well, I don't mind at all. And this one is for Sarah. I think Trisha sometimes watches us from work, and sometimes she gets called away. Natalie says, Sarah, you are loved. And, Sharon thinks that's a great idea to put that on there. And I said, Sarah, you are a supportive friend. I said, Sarah, you are a supportive friend, who others rely on. Sarah, you are a supportive friend who people rely on. Sarah, you are strong, Sharon says. Sarah, you bring sunshine and joy to people, to me in particular, Ronnie wants you to know. Hold on. And next we're going to do Sharon. And Sharon, I said your love as a mother and animal lover is inspiring. Because it is. Natalie says, Sharon, you are awesome. Ronnie Lynn says, Sharon, you light up a room with your strength and kindness. Sarah says, Sharon, you are brave. And just in case Trisha is watching but can't communicate with us right now because she's probably at work, this one is for Trisha. Trisha, your inner joy radiates and touches others. Well, hello, Joyce. Yes, we are creating joy jars. Well, Natalie, I think the same about you. Is that for my joy jar? I'll put it in there. But let's remember to say something nice to Trisha, too, in case she's watching. I'm going to put that in my joy jar, Natalie. That's all right. So, Joy, did you have your joy jar? Joyce Carter, did you have your joy jar? I know. Sharon says, hi, Joy. I called it Joy, too. It's Joyce Day. We are creating our joy jars. And Natalie says, Trisha, you are a great friend. She is a good friend. She is. And Joyce, if you have your little scraps of paper and a jar and you want to put down some positive affirmations, we'll say some wonderful things about you. Natalie says, Trisha, you're a great friend. Sharon says, Trisha, you are dependable and thoughtful. Sarah says, Trisha, you are wonderful. And Sharon says, oops, hi, Joyce. I know, I said joy too because it's just a joy day. Oh, here comes Trisha, see? And she's got some for everybody else. She says, Ronnie Lynn, you're strong. See, Trisha, I knew you'd be back. Sharon G, you're a great friend. And Trisha, don't forget to write down yours that we all put out there for you. And I am strong. Oh, Joyce, you've been watching the Olympics? Yes, I watched them this morning too. Before this, I watched the women's gymnastics team win the gold for the United States. Yes, the Olympics are taking over. Hardly anybody's on the live streams. Everybody's doing that. Got it in my jar. Okay. Let's see. And Trisha, did you get Oh, Sharon says, Annette, you help others with your kindness. You help, writing it down, others with your kindness. Sharon G. Got it. Got it in there. In the jar. It goes. Oh, Sarah, are you multitasking? Good for you. I had to turn it off because otherwise I'd be too distracted. All right. Joyce, are you too distracted to write anything down for your joy jar? Joyce's joy jar? All right. Thank you, Ronnie. I will write that down. Friendship is wonderful and a gift. All right. All right. Did everybody get everybody? Did we get everybody done? Tricia says, Sarah, you are thoughtful. I give everybody a minute to go back and write down all the. Oh, Sarah. Sarah says, Annette, you are very encouraging. Well, I try to be. Give everybody a minute to make sure and get some for Joyce. For Sarah, Sharon gave you one. Here's one for me. I only have one slip of paper left. Joyce, you got a bunch incoming there for your joy jar. Good start on mine. Oh, Ronnie. So funny. I got, mine's all right in there, I think. Mine's okay. Oh, you know, Ronnie, the funny thing is about social media is that sometimes people they can't hear the inflection in your voice or the meaning behind what you're really trying to say, or they're having an off day and they just take it a certain way. And so we try not to take it too personal. But you're right, it is hurtful. But just remember that that's the thing, you know. Social media has made communicating, and cell phones have made communicating and texting so easy, right? But a text isn't the same as hearing somebody's voice and hearing them say that. And, you know, maybe you reacted to something on social media. And listen, you don't even know how many times I've hit the wrong reaction emoji. And I had somebody text me once and say, why would you send an LOL emoji to that statement? And I said, I don't even know what statement you're talking about. And when I went back and I looked at it, and I said, oh my God, I never would send an LOL emoji to that. And I said, all that happened was the LOL emoji is right next to the care emoji. And it was just, honestly, just a slip of the finger. And so just remember that when it comes to social media. You know, sometimes people take things differently. Natalie says, feeling so much better for doing this joy jar. Listen, now you're going to love it when you really fill it up. Because even this is like so small. Like, look at it compared to the size of my hand. It's such a small joy jar, and there's so much room for joy in it. I could cram this thing full of joy if I wanted to. Probably like my heart. I could probably just cram it full. Right? Does anybody want to say what their favorite thing about today was, or what their favorite, what they put in their joy jar that they really love? Yeah, Nat. Oh yeah, well listen, a joy jar is something like your positive affirmation cards, and you can just keep working on it and working on it and working on it. You don't have to. There's a beginning, but there isn't. An end to it. Trish Fitzpatrick says, my elderly mom who texts LOL at the end of all her messages to me thinks it means lots of love. Oh, Trisha, you should put a piece of paper in your joy jar that says LOL dash mom, so that you'll always remember that and smile. Right? Sharon says, I love all the positivity. Me too. Are you guys glad we did this? Next, yeah, that's what I would do. I would write on a slip of paper, LOL dash mom, and I would put it in my joy jar, just so it would make me smile and get all that love. Yes. Well, thanks for coming, Joyce. We hope you wrote down all of the positive statements that we sent you. Yeah, I think it's really cute too. LOL, lots of love. Listen, our next week we'll have another talk, and then at the end of next month we'll do another craft project. Maybe we'll do our special little trinket boxes. Maybe we'll decorate those, where we can keep our cards and dried flowers and little mementos. We can do that. Or I have a new book that's full of all kinds of artsy, fartsy, self-growth kind of positive things. Okay, so we'll take a look through that over the course of the first two next discussions, and then we'll decide what we want to do. Okay, so thank you for coming. I love this group too, Sarah. I love it too. It's a nice respite, right? It's a nice reminder to just take a breath and be kind and to love. Okay? Thank you, everybody, for spending your time with me. I hope you love your joy jar. I hope they bring you just joy and positivity and remembrance of how much you all mean to everybody here. And I'll see you next week, okay? Have a great great, great week. And on that note, we got to remember what we always remember, and never let anyone dull your sparkle. Have a sparkly week, everybody. I adore you all. Bye-bye.